Hello guys, welcome back again to DMOX Design Creatives. Today we are going to actually start with the interface, the Figma interface, and I believe you are all set so that we can start the lesson for today. And I would wish that you stay connected, don't move out of that screen, because we are going to have a lot of fun today. We are going to do great things today. Today I am going to introduce you to Figma. I will take you through how to register and have an account so that you can always access your activities, your projects, and everything that you wish to have to do in that platform. So without wasting much of time, I just want to take you to Figma interface. But before we do that, the first thing that you should do is to open an account with Figma. And to do that, you just open any browser that you wish to use. You can open Safari, you can open Mozilla or Explorer or Chrome. For me, mostly I use Google Chrome. That's the one I am used to. You can choose a browser of your choice. You have no limits. So without wasting so much time, I am going to start. If you open any browser, you have to open a new tab, and then you can just type maybe sign up to Figma. I think that's it. All right, so this is it. Sign up for Figma. So if you sign up for Figma, what does it bring? It will bring you an interface where you will provide your account and a password. So for this one, I'm going to change the account. For this one, I'm going to change the account so that you can easily understand what I am talking about. Let me use DMOX Investments at Gmail. Then let me have a password for that matter. Yes, that is. Then create an account, and your name, David. Your name, David, and then they are asking what kind of work do you do. So in Figma there are so many things you can do. We have software development, user research, if you want to do design, if you want to do marketing, product management, and so on. So for us, we are going to do design. So let me create, agree to Figma, to join Figma. Now they are telling me welcome to Figma. After I have done the registration, after inputting with Figma, you only need what we call your email, a password, and then you just log in. Then from there they will let you get in. When you get into Figma, this is what will appear there, and then you will type your name. Let me say I'm David. Let me take you to the next level. Invite your collaborators. Do you have anyone to invite? Maybe you don't need anyone to invite. You skip. I choose a plan for your team. Are you going to be a starter or are you going to be a professional? For teams trying Figma, we will have to be starters. If you want to go for professional, there's some figure here you need to pay, of which I don't think you need it. You only need this, where you have unlimited files in what do you have? Unlimited files in drafts. You have unlimited FigJam files during 2021 beta. That's a new development that they've brought in. They have 3 design files. You have one project. You can do one project. You have 30-day version history. So this one actually is the best. You don't need this one. This is for professionals who have advancement for Figma. Professional one, you don't need it. I think what you need is just the basic one. From this point, you're required to start as you just test free. So after you click on start for free, what do you get? We have so many. What would you like to do first? We can help you get started faster. Design with Figma, whiteboard with FigJam. That's whiteboard is to brainstorm, diagram, and collaborate with your team. They want to help you do that. They also want to help you design, prototype, and develop handoff in one tool. So this is what we will choose. What you want? Do you want an iPhone or every? There's so many things they want you to start off with, but for us, you will need to start with a blank canvas. That's it. Basically, that's it. That's what we will start now. This is the interface. You can take a quick tour to Figma. You don't need that. You don't need to take a quick tour because I will take you through Figma so that you can easily understand. Now this is the interface. This is the interface. This is now what Figma is all about. On my left side, this area, this is what we call the layers panel. This is the layers panel. Layers are items, activities, everything that you put in your you put in your canvas. The second part, which is the center part. Now this grayish part is what we call canvas. This is where you play around everything. Every design is done around this gray thing. From the look of thing, you can zoom it in, you can zoom it in, you can zoom it out. On the left, there's the white space that is provided there on our left side. This is where what we call the layers panel. This is where everything you do is arranged in this space. Everything that you do, if you click on an object, an icon, you add up in an image, that image will land here. Everything will land here so that you can easily play around with your work. And then this is the canvas. This the gray part. This is the canvas. The gray part is the canvas. And the canvas is it may seem to be looking too small, but it's not. This thing you can zoom in to get into details. You can zoom out and see whatever you want to do, whatever you want to work on. If it's the image is too small, you can zoom in so that you can easily work on it. And this is the properties panel. This is the properties panel. So today I want to take you through this part, the left side of the interface, where I will show you what all these items, all these icons are for. And we have in the panel we have assets. I talked about layers. We also have assets. This is where you can ask if you are stuck, you have a question, or you want to get something that you don't know. You can get to learn more. If you come to here, you get components, or you want to explore more. They have a library for so many things. They have a library for so many things that you can access if you are stuck or you want to learn more. They also have videos so that you can easily get through Figma. But I believe I will take you in the best way, in the best pace that you actually going to understand this thing. So here on top we have Figma icon or logo. This is now the main menu. The main menu is where you can go to your files, where you have saved your files. If I click on this, I don't think we have any file. This is untitled, the one that we are working on. This is when we were registering. This is what has come out. So around this area we have a recent, if you want to access recent activities that you had done, if you want to create a new draft, or you want to have a new file, you can have it from here. We also have a community point. This one I won't talk about it today. I think I will give you more explanation about it when we have the next lessons. And then this one you don't need. This is now here is where your projects or everything that you do, if you want to create a project, you have a project that you want, you can always create a new project. You can go to design. Basically when you click on design, it will take you back to the interface where you can create a new team project. A team project is a project that you can collaboratively work together as a team, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to work together as a team in one place. You can work at different points or at different zones. And if you want to create a new team, a list of names and all that, this is where you can do that. So we will just go back to where we were. I was trying to show you at the menu what it has when you click on files. We have quick actions, we have file. From here is where you can create a new file. You can start from a new from sketch file. You can decide that. You can also place an image into the canvas here if you wish to create an image. You can save your work or any activity in your local machine. From here you can do so many. You can save to version history. You can do everything. You can even export. You can export frames to PDF, and that's it for that one. You can edit. These are inactive because you have not actually started doing anything. That's why it's inactive. You can view so many things. If you wish to have the interface or the canvas to have ruler, you can click on it and then see the outlines are visible. If you want to have it clean, you change from the grayish color, or if you want to change from grayish, if you want pixel preview, you can have that change to pixel 1. If you want to have rulers, you can also put some ruler on this. You can see there's a ruler there. And then if you want to have if you want to remove the outlines, you can remove them. You don't need the white because the left panel, which is the layers panel, is white. The right side, which is the properties panel, is also white. So it is good to always have it look clean and neat so that you can differentiate. If it's gray, that's okay, so that you can even change the background from the properties side. You can decide to change the color of the background to either black, red, white, or anything of your choice. If you do choose, that's the color that you want the background to look. And you can decide to not to see background. You can decide to change. You don't want that background, you want it to be as clean as that. You can always do that. And also you can activate background if you wish. So that's all about assets. That's all about the menu. The menu has so many things. It has also, if you want to do a vector, they are inactive because we did not we have nothing yet to show. You cannot do anything, no text, that's why it's inactive. All these are inactive because nothing is done yet. We're still new in the system. We also have you can arrange, align your elements. You can arrange your elements. You can align right, left, top, bottom. You can align them as you wish. Currently it's inactive, we can do nothing. You can also go to plugins. For plugins, I will take you through plugins in a later lesson. Today I don't want to take you through that. I know if I take you through many things, I may confuse you, but I just want to have I want us to learn just the basics, the interface itself, because plugins are external projects or external items you can borrow from different people who have developed them. Things to do like the images. If you wish to get a background, a wallpaper that is looking so nice, and have it as the background, or you want to have an image, or you want to have icons and everything, this one I will show you. I will take you through, so don't worry about this one. And then we have integration. You can do dribble, preference, and library, and all that. Now we are done with the menu. That's the main menu. Here we have move tools. We only have two. We have the move and the scale. So I will tell you more about this. If you want to move an item here, you want to take it from this corner to this other corner to the center, or you just have to use the move tool. The scale tool, if you want to increase something, I will show you. If you want to increase an object, you want to increase an icon or a button, or you want to increase an element, you can use the scale, or you want to either increase or decrease. Good. On this other one, we have the frame and we have the slice. The frame is actually the artboard. You can do nothing, or you can do your work here on the canvas. But if you don't place your work on a frame is like a house. If you don't house your work in a frame, then even exporting that work will be very hard. It won't allow you to export it because you don't have your work is not housed. So that's a frame. If you want to view your work, maybe you want to have a good preview of what you have done, it cannot actually go through because of it can't go through because you don't have a frame. A frame is now the artboard. I will tell you more when we get to there. We also have a slice, of which I will also tell you when you get there. We also have this part, this one. We also have this part. This is now we call it the object, or the object. When you see these, the object tools or the shape tools, all the shapes will be given here. This is where you can get the shapes they have, but they don't have so many shapes. They have just a few shapes, but those few shapes can do marvelous. You can do anything with the shapes. You can adjust them. You can make them any design. You can have them changed. You can even squeeze them, you can enlarge them, you can cut them, you can do so many things with them. So this is where you access the objects. If you want a rectangle, if you want a line, if you want an arrow, an ellipse, a polygon, a star, or an image. If you want an image from your local computer, this is where you can access your image. This other part, we have the 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 drawing tools. This is the drawing tool. This one you can draw with it. This is the one that you will be using to we have a pen. You can use a pen to draw lines. You can do vector lines, and by using the pen, you can use a pencil for drawing. That's also okay. We also have this other one, the text. So if you want to type something, you pick a text from here and then you write it on your canvas, on your artboard. So this is just a hand tool, just to move your items, or if you want to use it, but mostly it is used, yes, but not very often. And this is part of adding comment. I will show you if you want to add a comment, or you want to do you write a comment and then you save it. That one we will do. Then this is your account. We have yes, it has my details, David and Dimox Investments. There it is. And then we have a team project. You can name it, and then you can title this project. So let's give it a title. We talk of introduction to Figma Interface. Yes, that's it. Now we have a name for our project. So this is the starting point. This is the starting point. So now, if I want to say I want to start designing, the first thing I will do is to click on a frame. See, when I click on frame, my properties panel will give me a list of frames that I would wish my work to appear. Now, if I come here on the right, we have phone, we have tablet, we have desktop, presentation. So it is you to choose where do you want your work to be housed. Do you want will your work fit in a desktop? Is it for desktop? Is it for tablet? Is it for phone? Here you can have it. You can even decide to ignore this, and just after clicking here the frame, there's a plus sign that is in the canvas, that comes in the canvas. You can see it. So if I click on that canvas like that, you can see a frame, just a frame pops. So this frame is what I will use to house my work. Yes, it might seem to be too small because I did not choose where I wanted to be housed. Either I wanted, is it for my iPhone, is it for my Android, is it for my iPad, is it for, so you have to choose which one do you want. Is it an A4, is it an A5, all the measurements, and these measurements are in form of pixels. They're all in form of, don't be worried about pixels. We will be converting centimeters to pixels, meters to pixels, if you want to convert something, or you want to do something. So all this, everything is here. You can provide everything. Now let's say, for example, we want to do what do we want to do? say an Android phone, just an Android phone. This is what comes in. This is what comes in the canvas. Now this is now the space that you're going to work in. You can rename your frame, and the moment we dropped our frame on the canvas, remember we talked about layers. Number one layer that comes is a frame. You can double click it to actually give it a name. So what do we give this name? Introduction to F, that is Figma. When you save it, it comes here. So every time we drop something here, either a button or a vector or anything we drop here, guys, we are going to have a layer of it. You see, you can lock it. If I lock it, means it can't move. I can't move this this frame. If I want to move around with it, I can unlock it. So if I unlock it, I can move it. Good. All right. So we said when you place this layer here and you have named it, and the layer, not layer, actually a frame, and then it provides you with the layer. The next thing that you're going to do is you can drop an image, like you can drop a shape. If you want to drop a shape, say for example you want to drop a shape, you can click on the shape and bring it inside the frame. You can also work outside the frame. If you click outside, you can also have the frame inside the you can also have this square shape inside the frame or outside the frame. This space here is what we call working area. This is working area in the canvas. You can do all your rough work here and then bring your work inside here. Now if I want to drop an image, say for example I took a square from here and then I dropped it here, and then from this square that is here, you can play around with it. You can move it around. You only need to click the left click and then drag through your cursor, or if you're using a mouse, you just need to left click and then move it around. You just move around the mouse, and then this square here, there's so many things you can do with it. You can decide to increase it. Increasing the square, you just go to the edges, the edges of the square, on the square borders, the borders of the square, and then you left click, hold left click, and then you just move within the cursor. Just move within the cursor. See, you can decide to move it right, you can move it left. After you have moved it there, you can move any of the sides. You can just move it any of the sides, and now you can see the four dots around here. These four dots will help you to actually have a radius. If you don't want corners on this shape, if you don't want these corners on this shape, you want a round corner, you can just click on left click and then you drag your mouse. You can bring it to 98.5 radius. You can return to the radius of your choice. You can decide to reduce this, as I had told you, to that position. You can decide to increase it to that position. You can decide to do there's so many things you can do with the shape and this move tool. Actually, it's the one that we are using, the move tool. You can move it anywhere. You just need to click and hold the left click, and then you move it around. You can do anything with it. Now if you want to, maybe you don't want to make it be a circle or round corners, you can just take it back to where it was, to round 0. You can see that. Okay, if you want to do something else, if you want to edit, maybe in between you want to edit it further to make it appear different or look maybe different, you come here. We have something called that we call edit object. This one is for editing any object. So if you click on it, this one changes, the corners changes. You see this one, as it has changed actually. And also here things have changed. You see this one, bend tool. If you want to bend, you click on this bend and then you come and bend it. If you want to fill this shape with different color or something else, you come here and fill it. Then after you're done, you click on done. Now here, if I want uh, to change this shape to maybe look this way, and then maybe I take this one to, sorry, maybe I want to take this one there, or I want to change it to this other side, or I want to bring it there, or I want to, this is magic. Look at this, guys. Anything I want to do, if I want to create a shape like that, if I want to increase this shape, I just see that. If I want to pick another one here, did you see that? If I want to, let me zoom in and bring it closer so that you can see it well. Nice. Look at that. If I want to, either I want to reduce this to look different, if I want to bring it here, if I want to, this is magic. If I want to bring it there, if I want to drop it down here and make it bigger, if I want to, I can play around with this object and make it look the way I wish. Good. So I can decide to bend, instead of creating these corners, I can decide to bend it. Just click on bend tool, and then I come here, I bend. See that? This is the joint. The joint won't bend, but this line will bend. If I come here, I bend it like that. I come here, down here, I try to bend it like that. I create a shape that I just want to see how it will look like. Bend it like that, and then this one I bring it down. No, sorry. I take this, I bring it there. Did you see that? I bring this, sorry, I bring this there. Then I can move it there. Then if I wish to create something we call, if I want to fill this shape, if I want to fill this shape with a different color, what will I do? I will double click on it so that it takes me back to the normal interface. The edit objects has now changed. If I click on edit object, that's when these things change. If I double click, the edit object the editing feature disappears and it looks like that. If I want to change this color, I will come to my properties panel where I will see fill, and then I click on it. I decide to choose any color of my choice, if I want green, if I want black, any color of my choice, remember, when you click on it, that's when this other panel activates. If you don't click on it, you see, if you're outside this object, that's when you cannot get there. You cannot get all this in the panel, of which I will take you through all this in this panel. in our next tutorial. Today I wanted to concentrate mostly on this part of the interface, and then I also told you I can delete this now. Let me see. If I click on an arrow, the arrow has appeared there. If I click on this line, let me see why it was not coming. Line you have to draw, sorry, not clicking, you have to draw a line. If I click on this ellipse here, if I click on that, the ellipse will come. I can reduce, as I had told you. If I want to resize the ellipse, because I can't resize it, if I try to enlarge it, looks oval, it will change to oval. So I will have so much work to resize it, so that, see here, it is 194 by 150. I just want to resize it to back to maybe with a radius that is equal. So what do? I come here, let me delete this, let me pick it again, let me drop it here. So I will come here on my move tools. On my move tools, I go to scale. If I want to increase the size of the shape without interfering with the radius, like I told you, you can edit this ellipse as you wish. You can always, the white small arc here will help you make any change that you want. You can decide to make it look like that. You can decide to rotate. You go to the corner of the ellipse. On this corner, a small rotate arrows appear. You can decide to change it. You can decide to change the color, as I had told you. You change it to black, or you change it to red, or any color of your choice, as I had told you. You can decide to move it wherever, any place of your choice you want. You can decide to change here you can decide to move it. You can also decide to change from that shape to something else. That's a donut. It's a donut. It's a C or a donut. You can decide to play around with it. This thing is magical. This thing is great. See, you can decide to have it look like that, and you can play around with the color. You can decide to change the color to black or to something else. Good. And then if you want to zoom in and zoom out, you click and hold control button, and then you zoom in with the mouse. You can just zoom in. You scroll the mouse or the cursor to your touchpad. So when you bring in, you zoom in, see what comes in. When you zoom out, it goes down to a level where you cannot see it. If you want to move it, you just use your cursor, your touchpad, so you can move it, or you use your mouse to move around. You move around, you click and hold left click, and then you move it around. Good. So basically today I don't want to take you through so many things. I want you to have to play around with the interface, play around with the canvas. As I told you, we have these layers. We have the ellipse and the line 1. Line 1 is this one. If we decide to add a text, say for example, I say I'm new, you can click on control, and then you zoom in so that you can see. So you can say I'm new to Figma. See that? So you can increase this by going to the scale, picking the scale, so that you can increase it to the size of your choice. If you decide to make it look like that, that's it. So you can do everything, and then The moment I brought this text here, it brought itself on top of the layers. It comes on top of the layers as we go down. We started with the line is down there. We went to the ellipse is down there. You can always rename this by double clicking there and say maybe that's a donut. Say that's a donut. You can decide to rename this one if you wish. So basically I wanted to take you through that. I don't want to give you so much things that you will not absorb today, but I wanted you to have a look at a few things and get an understanding of the interface of Figma. Tomorrow we are going to have the right panel. I will talk about design, prototype and inspect. We will also look at all these things. We will get to know what they are, what are they used for, the X and Y, W and H, what they are for. And then we will continue. I will continue showing you more. We will play around with Figma and we will make it the most beautiful thing that we can do, the most attractive and easy thing that you can do to design. So thank you very much for watching through the lesson or going through the lesson. The next lesson we're going to advance from here. We'll basically of course have an introduction of it, but we're going to do more as we continue, and I believe at the end of this you will not move out of this interface without having known something. So thank you very much. Remember again to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can give you more design tools, more lessons as we continue. And remember, this is 100% youth empowerment. We do it for free. There is nothing to worry about. Don't worry about any charges. Just sit and be assured that at the end of it you are going to be the greatest beneficiary. Thank you, and thank you very much until we meet the next lesson. Bye.